A very good afternoon, dear friends. Today we'll be talking about research methodology. We'll be talking about the first two modules of research methodology in lecture number one, next two module of research methodology in lecture number two, and the last module of research methodology probably in lecture number three. So first we'll be talking about module number one. I'll be making this elaborated video of module number one. I think it will take another 20 to 30 minutes. The video will be in two parts, so let us start. Dear friends, I'm taking care of research methodology in MBA second semester, and regarding that itself, I'm making interactive video to help students to learn the basic concepts of research methodology. Dear friends, if before studying research methodology, you need to decide, you need to understand the basic meaning of research. Actually, research itself explains its meaning. Re plus search, that means searching again and again. So research implies that you are going to carry out a task in a systematic manner again and again to gain a practical insight, to gain a wider scope. Research is a systematic act to collect data, to interpret data, to process data, to gain something out of it. It is a systematic process to add something to the existing body of knowledge. See, the question arises that why you are searching again and again? Why you are repeating a process again and again? Why the process is being repeated? You are going to repeat the process again and again, first because you want to add something to the existing body of knowledge. You are going to repeat the process again because you want to add solution to the existing problem. Third, you are going to search again and again because you want to find out solution to a problem. So these basic things define research properly. Different researchers have defined research in a different way, but in general, research could be treated as a systematic and scientific process to find out new facts, ideas, theory, or to establish some certain things. Now we'll be talking about nature of research, those characteristics with the help of which you are going to identify research, those characteristics with the help of which you are going to find out research. So first, research is a systematic activity. The first and foremost characteristics of research is its systematic nature. Research follows a systematic process to find out data, to collect data, to analyze data, to analyze the problem in a better way. Research cannot be conducted in a haphazard manner. So if you want to go for research, it has to be carried out in a systematic manner. It has to be carried out in a systematic fashion. If you are not following a systematic manner, that means you are not carrying out research. The second important characteristics of research is a logical process. If you are going to conduct anything in research, behind a specific process, there should be a logic. The basic tent or the basic crux of research is logic. All the assumption, all the analysis, all the process of research, and all the stages of research, they are they are systematic in nature, they are cyclic in nature, and you have to support your part with a very strong logic in case of research. Third, research is an iterative process. Iterative means iterative highlights its cyclic nature. Sometimes it becomes necessary for a researcher to carry out the process again and again. So often, if you are repeating a process, the repetition process gives you a clear understanding of ideas. If you are repeating a process again and again, then it facilitates the process of intercomparison. You can compare the current steps with the previous one. So till now we have studied the three important characteristics of research. Research is systematic in nature, research is logical in nature, and third, research is cyclic in nature. Now fourth, Research is always based upon empirical evidences. You cannot imagine research without empirical evidences. I mean, research is empirical in nature. Every part, every point of research is being carried out with the help of scientific tools and techniques, and every step of research is carried out with a great accuracy, with a great record. I mean, if you are going to carry out research, it has to be validated, it has to be captured properly. Fourth, research is always controlled in nature. I mean, if you are talking about research, it has to be controlled in nature. It has to be carried out in a controlled environment where you can manipulate different kind of variable to see its cause and effect. Due to its controlled nature, research could be applied in scientific as well as research could be applied in social sciences. So, till now, we have studied the five important characteristics of research. First, research is systematic in nature, research is logical in nature, research is an iterative process. I mean, you can repeat research. Research is based upon empirical evidences, as well as research is always carried out in a controlled environment. See, if you want to go for research, you need to understand the basic crux of research. You need to understand its characteristics. Then only we can. It is not a one-time process. Say, for example, I want to go from Ranchi to Bokaro. I can go via plane, I can go via aeroplane, I can go via bus, I can go via cycle, even I can walk. With the help of these 5 steps, I can reach from Ranchi to Bokaro. But which particular mode of transport is best for me? Which particular mode of transport will save my time? Which particular mode of transport will complete my objective? Depend upon all such questions, I'll be selecting mode. Depending upon the kind of resources, depending upon the kind of time that I'm having, I'll be selecting the mode of transport. So ultimately, research is being carried out to solve the real life problem. Research is being carried out to add something to the existing body of knowledge, as well as research is always carried out to find out solution to a problem, or for innovation, or for carrying out a specific task. Now we'll be understanding the scope of research. Before going forward, before understanding the scope of research, we should understand the meaning of the word scope. What is scope? What does it signifies? If we are talking about scope always define the boundaries of research. Scope always define the applicability of research. Scope always define the insight, what we intend to do, where we are going to apply research, where research does not work. So it creates a boundary within which you are going to apply the concept of research. If you are going to talk about scope of research consists of formulation of hypothesis, formulation of problem, data collection, data collection tools, data collection techniques, resource design, sampling design, data analysis, interpretation, coding, everything. Research consists of everything. You cannot say that this is not a part of research and this is included in research. So everything which is being examined, everything through which you are going to collect data, everything that comes under the topic research, whether you are talking about sampling, whether you are talking about research design, data collection sources, data analysis tools, everything will come under research, everything will come under scope of research. The scope of research always depends upon nature of problem or nature of situation, what you are having, what you are facing, as well as the kind of resources which you are having. That will define the scope of research, that will define the applicability of research. Now we'll be moving forward toward the next topic of module number 1, that is objectives of research. Research objective describe concisely what the research is trying to achieve. With the help of research, what do you want to achieve is actually the crux of research. They summarize the accomplishment a researcher wishes to achieve through the project, through the research, through his work. There are different objectives of research, and within 2 or 3 points I would like to highlight the objects or the objectives of research. The first objective of research is to gain solution to a problem. Research is always conducted to gain solution to a problem. If I'm facing a real life problem, I'll be conducting research to find out solution to that particular problem. Second, research is always conducted to achieve a pre-decided goal. Say for example, I'm having some certain thing in my mind and I need to carry it out. Say for example, I want to study the eating habit of people who are located in Hyderabad. So I need to go to Hyderabad, I need to study their eating habits, I need to prepare a report, I need to apply some certain statistical tools and techniques, I need to prepare a report, and I need to submit it to the competent authority. So ultimately, if I want to achieve a specific objective, then also I need to go for research. If I want to add something to the existing body of knowledge, then also I need to go for research. Say for example, Newton has proposed Newton's law of motion. Now if I am finding something which is based on Newton's law of motion, or if I want to modify it out, then also I need to go for research. That means research is conducted to find out solution to a problem. Research is conducted to find out, research is conducted to add something to the existing body of knowledge. With the help of research, you are going to add something to the existing body of knowledge. Even for general development purpose, whether you are talking about personal life or professional life, or whether you are talking about social science, you need to take help of research to add for general development purpose. Even if you want to develop a medicine, you want to develop infrastructure, you want to develop something that is having socio-economic impact, you need to talk about research. Research is very important to describe any kind of phenomenon. If you want to establish any kind of cause and effect relationship between two or more than two variables, if you want to have a relationship between dependent and independent variable, if you want to highlight the impact of mediating variable, then for that also you need to go for research. Even research is a powerful tool with the help of which you can explain the regions behind phenomenon. So research helps you to explain specific regions behind specific phenomenon. Why such things are being conducted, why such things have been conducted. For that you need to go for research. Research is very important. Research is a systematic tool. Research is a cyclic tool with the help of which you are going to achieve a lot of objective. So let us revise what kind of objective research is having, or what kind of thing you want to achieve with the help of research. The first objective is to gain solution to a problem. If you want to gain solution to a problem, you need to go for research. If you want to achieve some certain goals that you have pre-decided, you need to go for research. If you want to add something to the existing body of knowledge, something is there, you want to add something new, you want to give your own contribution, you want to give a new shape, you want to give a new dimension to the existing knowledge, then also you need to take help of research. For general development purpose in society, for general developmental purpose in technology, you need to take help of research. Even if you want to describe a phenomenon, you need to take help of research, as well as if you want to know the actual reason behind the happening, you need to take help of research. So altogether in this modern life, without research you cannot walk a single step. Even in each and every step of your life, you need to take help of research. It is a very easy subject. It is but you need to understand the practical implications of this subject. So again, in this part, what we have discussed, in this part we have discussed the concept of research, the nature of research, the scope of research, as well as the applicability of as well as the objectives of research. Do remember, the objective of research will generally depend upon the kind of problem, the kind of situation that you are facing. The kind of situation that you are facing, the kind of resources which you are having will decide your objective. See, objective always depends upon the kind of nature, the kind of situation which you are facing. Objective always depends upon your need, as well as objective always depends upon the kind of resources that you are having. So dear friends, this was the first part of module number 1. We'll be meeting in next part, and we'll be discussing the research process in detail. Till then, bye bye, have a nice day, good day.